like the message states, you're transforming on all levels. It's actually kind of wild. All right, I'm going to get into this message. Happy and Merry Christmas Eve. Happy holidays here. This is Christmas Eve. And I wanted to make sure to give a beautiful gift to my collective the best way I know how to give a gift to y'all. And that's by sharing my energy and my spiritual gifts, my skills to help give you more information, whatever comes through from the divine here. Okay, only take what resonates. I have hundreds of videos out. So if this doesn't resonate, there's probably a whole ton of other messages you can sift through here on YouTube or my Instagram, or you could become a private Patreon member to get 100 literally private, never forcing messages just like this. Okay, link below for all the ways to support. One more, Spirit, I do want to say thank you. We're almost at 6K subscribers here, which is really dope because this is my second YouTube channel that I chose to start over a year ago. So I'm very proud of us all coming together and, you know, building up a community here genuinely. Alrighty. So we've got Sagittarius energy, heavy. Virgo energy, heavy. And then we got Moon in Aquarius here too. So your Moon and your emotional body are very much so highlighted at this time. So whatever your moon sign is, there's something being highlighted in that arena. Your moon is your more feminine nature, right? How you choose to receive information and then react to it here. So I feel like whoever is resonating with this vibe today or is going to resonate with this, make sure to only take the parts that really fit with your timeline. I am reading for a whole bunch of different people. Like I said, you can book a one-on-one message or something that's very private. Link below for that. But this is definitely very specific as well, all on its own. You've been going within and truly discovering different aspects of how truly unique you are. This is what I'm getting here with this hermit energy. It's like you've learned how to tap into your meditative state. That's what I'm getting, a state of being where you really don't allow the outside noise to ruin, or I'm hearing make your focus static here. Something about outside static energy, you learn to cancel it out. Like, you know how some of those headphones, even AirPods, they have like the cancellation of the noise. I'm getting that you learned how to do that, cancel out the noise here. You definitely had some conflicting energies that were making it hard for you to move forward here, making you feel almost trapped. This could have even been people. This does feel like energy more so in thoughts. You could have had a lot of different thoughts here working against you that you learned to work with, alchemize, and turn it into motivation. Literally someone slammed a door down the hallway, so I definitely know that's confirmation. Okay. There's something here that you don't want to share with people here. This is you moving in a very strategic way. I almost feel like on a spiritual and mental level, you're not letting people know how you've been leveling up here. You've been really put in a, you've been put in a real place of solitude, in a real place of isolation for a bit. You could have put yourself in this positioning to assure that you weren't around individuals who were causing chaos. Yeah, because I do feel like with all this air energy, we have the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Swords. What do we have before that? We have the King of Swords on top of the deck. It's like your mind is the focal point of this reading here. You've transformed on all levels, but there's something about your mind and the way that you are able to take in knowledge and information. The next year, 2026, is going to be about you being silent. You're going to accumulate more accomplishments, results, and manifestations here, and desires that you want to manifest by staying more silent. You've learned that. You've spent years sharing your voice, sharing yourself, and you're going to go within and take energy back in a new way here. This might piss some people off because they don't have as much access to you. That's fine. People should be grateful of the access you do allow, because nobody knows what anyone else is going through other than God and that person, right? So I could never be, for example, upset that a person doesn't want to be around me or me have access to them, because I have to know there's a reason why they know what they're doing. And someone who has spiritual maturity, mental maturity, maturity at all as an adult will know that. Anyone who's immature and who is more driven off attachment styles, where they attach to the people that they're talking to or they're around here in order to feel involved, yeah, you're not doing none of that. That's what I'm getting here. You're cutting cords. And this rainbow energy with the temperance here, I'm really getting that there's something here about you have this very lucky streak. This is Jupiter energy too with temperance. You're connected to higher beings here. You have the power to dive into your emotions, but you also have the power within your ambitions. So it's like you know how to feel deeply and sit with things and receive, but you also know how to get into your willpower, your strength, your endurance, and start moving forward here, like a Sagittarius energy. You're also very, whoever this collective is, each reading is for a different type of people, truly, right? Or a different part of your journey if it's the same people. There is something here about your, yeah, as I'm saying this, you're learning how to assert yourself with the Emperor here. This is 3 major arcana with the Hermit, Temperance, and the Emperor. You've learned how to assert yourself in an entirely new way. But this works when you stay more silent and a bit more strategic. Maybe you were never worried about strategy and moving in a very smart way. You were just like, I'm gonna just do me. If they want to go ahead and try and mess something up I have going on, that's on them. But now you're learning you don't even have to rely on that either, because you're smart enough to see and read between the lines of the people around you, the places around you here. There is a door that's going to be opening up. And it's because your mind is now allowing for new doors to open up. I feel like whoever you are a master manifester, but you've learned you manifest through very specific faculties in your body, namely your emotion, namely your mind. So when your emotions and your mind align, you can bring in anything into existence. With this Emperor energy, you're not one to play with. You could be even protected physically. I feel like there are people in your life that with one call, they will be running to your door like, who we got to get? What did they tell you? That's what I'm hearing. Like, you got people that will go to war over you because you carry this energy. Even if you're feminine, you still have an Emperor vibe. Powerful, authoritative, strong, sovereign, hard to break, powerful voice. And you're definitely gifted with a very specific inherited quality. You have something that has been inherited. With this Emperor energy, it's always about inheritance for me. Just as much as they say the Pentacles are 10 of Pentacles, it's like the Emperor has had 10 of Pentacles lifetimes over. So you're a person who has accumulated a lot of wealth spiritually and energetically. But now you've learned by going within, whoa, I can actually anchor this into the real world. This is about real manifestation. I'm telling you, if you feel guided to get a private reading with me, a booking, definitely do so I can get some more information. We can dive on any topic for you, all right? I always mention my services because it's what I do, period. Ooh. Period, point blank. If you would like to donate, it is my birthday season. I'll be celebrating my birthday during Capricorn season in January. So yeah, thank you for the love though. But above all else, you can comment below, and that is support all on its own too, okay? Support can be seen in many different ways. With the Knight of Pentacles here, okay? So I'm starting to see this energy. This feels like your energy, most definitely. You've become more passionate, or someone's possibly even become more passionate about you. It's like the more that you've accumulated strength by staying silent and it's giving quiet wisdom. It's like your energy's loud now, because that's how much you've transformed on all levels. This is a mental, spiritual, and physical transformation, quite literally. This is really good energy. I just feel it. What is Seven of Swords here? See, you've been guided to be a little more strategic on how you're shifting. Your timelines have shifted. I was looking at this card yesterday and Spirit was giving me this download. Spirit was like, when you see the wheel, and why you have seen the Wheel of Fortune over and over is because Jupiter is expanding different areas in people's lives. Even the bad stuff, even the negative stuff expand only for you to see what must go. Sometimes we don't really know, how dangerous a friend, a family member, a person that we love, or even an acquaintance is, someone who just has access to us in some way from our daily commute or our routine, right? Wherever you go. We don't realize, how much their energy can prohibit us from really receiving blessings, energy, gifts. I'm hearing the words treasure chest. So there is something that's being opened, that's been given to you. This is like inherited wealth in some way. For some of you, this could be physical wealth too. Receiving a home, receiving, something from a will. It's a lot of energy coming through with the Wheel of Fortune, right? Because it's a collective energy. But with the timeline switch here, Spirit was telling me it's about shifting. That's what the wheel means. It represents movement and shifting into a new space. But other people also shift into a negative space if that's where they've been churning up their actions, right? Karma is action. So you constantly give out negative energy to people, you're going to constantly manifest negative situations because that's all of the energy you're cooking up, right? So we've got Virgo energy, Sagittarius, Aries, heavy, and then Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. So if you have these energies in your body, in your birth chart, if you have studied and you know what all of these energies actually represent, it's not about people, it's about literal energy that is holding information. Scorpio represents a certain amount of topics and themes, right? Same thing as Capricorn, same thing as Aries. They all represent different things because we have a whole spiritual journey where we go through those lessons and become those aspects and archetypes in different parts of your life. Sometimes you're the wise sage, right? The person people go to for advice spiritually. And then sometimes you're the warrior who is called to step up as a leader, not back down and fight the good fight because you have that warrior energy too. I'm telling you, you have leveled up on all accounts and it's important. I'm also hearing balance and bank accounts. Something is going to be accumulating. You're accumulating real fortune. This is the Wheel of Fortune. You're about to be extremely blessed too, because you are extremely blessed and you live like this. You breathe it, you say it, you think it. It's like you have seasons where it manifests times 10 exponentially. You're like, whoa, I was already grateful, Spirit. I was already grateful, angels. And you're bringing me more. And they're like, yes, the universe is unlimited. Of course, we're going to bring you more. You're ready for more. You only speak about being ready for more. And you're in the receptive frequency. Why won't we, is what the angels are saying. Why wouldn't we bless you? Look, King of Pentacles, stability. I'm hearing requirements. So you have met some sort of spiritual requirements that are not easy to meet. Look, we got the air element. Air is the mind, higher perspective. It's about vision. It's also about connecting the dots too. Any last messages here? I hope y'all have a beautiful Christmas day, okay? Christmas night. It is Christmas Eve here, so if you celebrate on Christmas Eve, period, I hope you enjoy it. If you don't celebrate none of these holidays at all, you don't care, no problem, but we're still going to give love during this time period. It's the holidays, okay? Hence, happy holidays. So we have ultimate protection. I'm going to leave the message on this here. If you're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4, 4, 4, this is definitely your message, but the numbers are also just giving you messages within themselves, even if you're not seeing them. 1, 2, 3, 4 is about taking the right steps into a brand new beginning. It's all guided from you to, I'm hearing from the masculine energy within you, taking a certain action or step forward, to then receiving the data, right? Like once you're in a situation, you're then looking at your environment and you're observing, right? Three, 1, 2, 3, you then begin to speak and create based off of your experience and what you're seeing, receiving, and learning. And then 4, you stabilize it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You begin to stabilize, structure, and build a foundation that cannot be broken, which is why you're ultimately protected. You're building something real life, long lasting. And it's not just about you, it's about many people who will benefit off of the love that you're able to literally transform into a business, into a system that works for people, into medicine. This works on so many levels, I'm telling you. 444. It's about angelic protection, angelic resource, having a real connection to the angelic realm. You have a real one. I'm telling you, very, very, very gifted, but also protected, because there is something and a couple of things you have already seen manifest that you're meant to do. And you'll know because when you dip into that skill, that gift, that ability, you'll see things work in your favor and flow so effortlessly. And that's how you know. That's how I knew to get out of whatever I was doing before, professional dancing and choreography, and stick to getting more messages from the divine, because I was doing that in my own way, but not on an esoteric spiritual leader level. I was more so of a creative dance leader. You feel me? So I was guided to use those gifts and merge them. Okay, so I still dance, I still post videos, I still do that for fun, but we don't have to worry about it being so professional oriented, okay? Because you will be guided towards the profession and the career and the jobs you're meant to be in, especially within the next 2 months. A lot of you are already in this timeline where you already switched your career. You're already where you're supposed to be, where you will manifest the next 9 years. 2026 is a karmic year 1. We restart. All right. We restart the whole karmic cycle, and the actions, thoughts, and words you project into your life in the year 1, 2026, will set your next 9 years up, right? Because we go through 9-year cycles. So if you're life path 1, a life path 11, I'm hearing life path 4 or life path 8. This next year is going to be extremely potent for you. You will step into power. You will be given authority, but the test will be, what do you do with it? How do you treat people once you have it? You feel me? That's the energy. This is your message. Only take what does resonate. Thank you so much for all the love. I hope you have a great rest of your holiday seasons. Happy Capricorn season. I'll be celebrating my B-Day once again, like I said in the beginning, very soon. So I'm excited for that. And much love. Bye.